So can we start off with your name and your age?
My name's Evette and I'm 34 years old.
Great. So Evette, what's your health condition or your disability or impairment?
I've been diabetic since I was 2.5, type 1.
Yeah.
And when I was 30, I was diagnosed with a condition called Addison's disease,
Yeah.
which is an adrenal insufficiency.
Okay.
So because of that, I went into a coma, and 5 days later I woke up. I had no vision and I couldn't walk properly.
Okay. You've gained your mobility?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of physiotherapy. Yes.
Yeah, great. So we're talking about travel. What's your funniest travel moment?
About 7 years ago, I think, when I had vision, I was in Queensland. I went to a museum called Ripley's Believe It or Not, and there was like a maze of things to see, 3 or 4 sets of mirrors lined up next to each other.
Yeah.
And each mirror has a different distortion that you see your reflection as. And it tells you what faces to pull in the mirror distorted.
Can you demonstrate some of those?
No. So you pull faces and you don't think anything of it and you move along. You eventually get to being on the other side of the mirror. And as you look through the mirrors, there are you can see the other people on the other side pulling the faces that you were just pulling on the other side. So it's embarrassing. If there's a statue around, I will find something inappropriate to do to that statue.
What kind of statues?
I've got one of a big fat walrus that you can, he's got like the big tusks and you sit next to him. You're supposed to sit, he's got his arm out, he's got both arms out actually, but you're supposed to sit next to him there. Whereas I kind of sat on him. I mounted the walrus. I got photos of little tiny human statues, and I might pick their nose or rub their little bald heads or something, and I get a photo of it. A dragon, horse, dog, devil, something, and its mouth was open and I could put my whole arm in there. And I didn't want to because I didn't know what was actually in the statue. You know, like I didn't know if there was cobwebs or spiders or whatever. But I stuck my arm in and I pulled a face like it was attacking my arm. If it gets lots of likes on Facebook, I know I'm doing a good job.
That's pretty funny. So that was obviously when you had vision. Can you tell me a story in the last 4 years?
Yes. Or Melbourne, the city is full of cobblestones on either side of the road. They're in the middle around the islands. They're everywhere, cobblestones. And I was in a mobility chair at the time and my mum was pushing me, and I hate to say it, but I was a heavy load because I put on quite a bit of weight after my coma. Yeah. So it was pouring down with rain and I'm in my mobility chair. I've got an umbrella over me, not over mum, just over me. And the wind was coming in, I was getting wet, so I kind of ducked down with the umbrella and I pulled it right over me, and mum's pushing me and I'm like, and then I'm not sure if she did it on purpose or what, but I hit the cobblestones and I almost came out of the chair, almost went flying across whatever street we were on. And I think she tried 2 or 3 times to get me up on the lip or whatever, I don't even know what it was, whatever it was. And I'm yelling at people passing, help me, can you please help me, like this woman's trying to kill me. So she's trying to kill me. She claimed she wasn't, but I'm still not sure.
And what's your worst travel moment?
Oh yeah, I did lose my cane. I lost my cane, I left it in the back of the taxi.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and then it took me, I had to go all day without a cane. You know, I had people trying to help me, but the cab drivers said that they didn't have my cane, they couldn't find it or whatever. We ended up calling. Did we call? Yes. I think we called, yeah, and they weren't very helpful, so I had no cane.
Where was that at?
That was in Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah, that was out in Victoria. Lots of uphill and downhill from the outside of the hotel room. So I was in a mobility chair at the time because I couldn't walk properly.
Yeah.
So there was, you come out the hotel room, one way was downhill and the other way was uphill. So that was quite annoying.
So you've obviously travelled a bit. What's your favourite destination?
My favourite place so far is New Zealand.
Yeah, why?
The things that I experienced there were just different. You know, I can't see things anymore. So when I went there, I was able to touch things and smell things and taste things, and you know, you can do that everywhere, but it's different going to a different country and experiencing it in a different way that everybody else does.
And what did you touch that you liked?
I went out to a place called Rotorua, which is known for thermal springs and mud baths.
Nice.
So I touched mud. I had mud on me, which you can buy in packets and bring home. It's lovely for your skin.
Yeah.
I touched the thermal springs, the water. It's hot in the ground and your skin dries sticky, but when it's completely dry, it's really soft and it's lovely. And I had food at the bottom of the mountains. I think they're mountains. So we had a little picnic there.
What's your dream location or destination?
So I'd love to go to America, but I don't want to go in anymore because Trump's taken over. So I decided I'd like to go to Italy. Yeah. I've studied Italian a little bit.
Okay.
Just in case I do ever get a chance to go.
Throw any Italian words?
Ciao. Lasagna.
Nailed it.
Spaghetti. Pizza.
Any other places? Where in America would you have liked to have gone if Trump wasn't reigning?
At New York.
Okay, why?
I'd like to walk up the stairs of Law and Order. Even if it does take me 2 days to get from the bottom to the top, I'm still going to do it. And I want the music playing in the background. The Law and Order music.
Like this?
That's perfect. And I want Olivia and the crew to meet me at the top. Yeah, just in case. I don't want to be handcuffed or anything. In case they leave me there.
What's your biggest challenge when travelling?
Besides having no vision?
Yeah.
I think accessibility and not just like a physical, you know, ramps and wheelchairs and stairs and things like that, but just experiencing things in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, it's all right going to a museum and learning about all the stuff, but it'd be nice to be able to touch it and you just want to experience it different, and just that little bit extra, like we have the audio description services here in Perth. So I have experienced them across Australia, but you know, even just going to a different country and making sure that they're including people in their you know, in disability. You know, if it's the same across the board, it should be, because you don't change just because you're in a different country. You still want the same sort of experience as that.
So what assistance do you require when you are travelling?
I have a carer with me at all times, or a support worker, or I don't travel anywhere alone.
And do you need any special equipment?
I have my cane, my trusty cane.
Oops, there it goes.
That I no longer have. Just leave it. So, I have a cane. I have my phone, which has, you know, GPS on it. It has certain apps that I can use which I use on a daily basis. You know, for if I want to know the colour of something, or currency, or there's a new one that I can hold it up in front of an animal and it will tell me what animal it is.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I usually know what animal it is if it makes a noise. But yeah, so there's all the different sort of apps that I can use on my phone that get me through on a daily basis.
Can you give a quick demo of the phone, maybe some of the...
It's going off in my bag.
I can hear it.
Right now, so. What do you want to look at? What do you want to know? I'm sorry, I've got like 10 messenger messages on my phone right now. So I might say, what's the weather forecast for Perth today?
It's currently clear at 29 degrees in Perth, Australia. Today's high will be 34 degrees and the low will be 25.
It's not very loud, was it?
And you said you had a few messages, like, how do you listen to what messages you have?
Yep, so I'm not doing it right now. Nosy.
Oh, sorry. Or from Jeremy.
Well, they could be, I don't know. So each thing works off swiping.
Yeah.
So if I want to, I've got messenger, 2 items. This is double tap to open. So I double tap. And then it will tell me what I've got on my calendar for the day.
Search button, add button, December 2017, heading, Friday, the 1st of December, 2 events, button.
Oh, I've got 2 events on today.
Woo!
Saturday, the 2nd of Sunday, the 3rd of December, 2 events, button.
There you go.
Monday, the 4th of December, 1 event.
So it's all swiping and gestures.
Yeah.
So a 3-finger double tap will do something, and a 4-finger triple tap will do something else. A 2-finger swipe up will do something else.
Are you able to give a quick demo of your cane as well?
Yes, sure can.
Calendar, Friday, the 8th of December.
Catch. This cane has a little beeper on it.
Beeper.
You know when I lose it. Where would you like me to walk to? Anywhere? Straight ahead?
Yep.
Are we going to continue here?
Yes, we can continue then. So just to wrap up,
Yes.
is there anything else that you'd like to say or end a note on?
I think I just want people to know that just because I'm blind or disabled doesn't mean I can't do things. It doesn't mean I can't travel. It doesn't mean I can't experience things in a different way. And with that comes education, not just for me, because I learn on a daily basis, but teaching other people that we do things and we can be included. You know, so that's a big thing for me, education and inclusivity. Just because I can't see doesn't mean that I don't want to experience a sunset or a sunrise on a beach. You know, I can feel the sun coming up. I can feel the fresh air, the crisp air in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, the sand between your toes, the smell of the ocean. You know, just because I can't see doesn't mean I don't want to go to the movies. You know, you feel the sound go through your body when they've got the special effects that are on the screen just because they can't see them.
Yeah.
You know, it's great when it's audio described, but it's still an experience, and I can do it. I just have to find a different way of doing it.
Awesome. Well, I think then on that note.
Because I don't want to be looking at the chair like an idiot. Because I feel like Snuffleupagus. It's not funny, girl. That's what I feel like.
I love Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, well, so do I, but I don't want to look like him. I'm not comfortable walking to the chair.
Okay, that's
I'm more
alright.
comfortable walking away.
Okay,
Okay?
sounds good.
So, okay.
So you feel it, it's slightly on an angle, yeah, you'll feel that angle on the back of the chair, obviously, with their feet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so if you come back here and then do that all by yourself.
Nah, because when, can I go that, if I get up off that chair, can I just go, bang, charge, get out of the way?
Yes, but try and do it, you know, ladylike, less like, you know, I'm coming through like a Tonka truck.
Well, yeah,
Tripping
but
me off, let me get out of the way.